Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because we are talking all about my favorite makeup products, but also some makeup I don't think is that worth it. So this video is going to be in preparation for the upcoming Sephora event this weekend where we could save some money on our purchases. It starts Friday for the event. It's going to be 20% off for Rouge, 15% for VIB, and 10% off if you guys are a beauty insider. So I always use this time to kind of stock up on some new stuff that I've been wanting to try for my channel. It's always good for you guys to stock up on some of your favorites as well that maybe don't have a discount so often. But to make this video a little bit different, I'm also going to be adding in some products I don't think is worth buying from Sephora, so it's kind of like a product updates. Most of this stuff is fairly new, just my top favorites and some other things that I just didn't think were worth it. So I thought it would be kind of fun to do a like buy this not that Sephora edition. So be prepared, this video is going to be a long one. You might want to snack a drink. I have my Mountain Dew here because I needed it in preparation for this video. But this video is also in partnership with TOPCASHBACK. They are sponsoring the video today. I work with them for every Sephora event and I'm so excited to be working with them again because this is so essential for you guys as well. Because if you guys are shopping Sephora, you need to make sure if you're online, you need to do the cashback option because it's like getting paid to shop basically. So their website is TOPCASHBACK. I'll have it linked down below if you guys want to go ahead and sign up. It's super easy. You just enter your email. It'll have you pick a password and everything. It's completely free. And then before you head on over to the Sephora site, you're actually going to search for Sephora on the TOPCASHBACK site and it's going to give you a redirected link. So it has their own link that you guys need to use to make sure it's tracking those sales so you can get cash back later from your purchase. It's usually 5% I think for the Sephora event. So you're going to save an extra 5% and get that back on top of your Sephora savings, which is amazing. So they also have other retailers as well. You don't have to just do Sephora. If you're on Ulta one day, Macy's looking for stuff, you can also get cash back through those sites too. So also if you guys do sign up and you do spend $25 at least during the Sephora event, you're gonna get a $10 bonus. So that's just gonna be going into your account, a free $10 just for shopping through them. So this Sephora event does start on Friday. I will have the dates for each tier down below, but let's go ahead and get into my buy this not that Sephora edition. All right, so I don't want to spend too much time on each product, so I'm gonna be fairly quick, but if you guys are looking for a foundation, let me show you guys my top two. I have tried so many foundations just this year, and these have been the standouts, and I believe I mentioned these actually in my last recommendations because they are still my top favorite. Let me start with what I have on. It's the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. This is probably my top foundation right now. It is so beautiful. It gives me a medium to full coverage. It definitely builds up and it leaves the most beautiful finish on the skin. It's called soft matte, but it's not super matte. It does get a little bit, you know, luminous throughout the day as you wear it, but it does start off more matte. But oh my goodness, this just seriously makes you look like you have perfect skin. I'm wearing it now, like I said, and it just seriously boosts my confidence up to here. I love it so much. So this is my #1 foundation pick. I have the shade Mont Blanc. Now, another one that gives me a pretty decent coverage as well, I would say about the same coverage as the NARS, is actually from IT Cosmetics. This foundation has also been a game changer for me. It's their Your Skin But Better Foundation Plus Skincare. This is 100 times better than their CC cream. If you did not like the CC cream, I mean, I thought the CC cream was okay. This is excellent, okay? This is so lightweight on the skin. It's such a thin formula, but it gives a great coverage. So I've been loving this. It also has skincare benefits in it, which is awesome as well. I love that I can put some good ingredients onto my skin, and I'm just obsessed with how this looks. Again, it's not super matte, so if you're very oily, it may not work for you, but I do lean a little bit more on the oily spectrum and it works well for me. Does not budge off my face. I may need to touch up as I'm wearing it as the day goes on with some powder, but it does not budge. It seriously looks beautiful on the skin. So IT Cosmetics and NARS are my foundation go-tos. I just want to quickly go over just a couple here that I have tried out this year that have just been like okay for me. I wouldn't really say you have to like go out and buy it. But I just tried out this one, the Sephora Best Skin Ever. This one maybe you would like if you do like that lighter coverage, but it's kind of a thicker formula for the light coverage as you get. I did a video on this one and I did think it looked pretty on the skin, but it's just not a favorite for me. So I really don't think I'm going to be reaching for this a lot. I just prefer a little bit more coverage, but if you guys do lean a little bit more dry, you may like this one a little bit more than I did. Another one that didn't really blow me away, this is from the Marc Jacobs line. They came out with a new collection. This is the Extra Shot. It is a concealer and foundation. Let me just say it sucked as concealer for sure. It's like just one shade and you're supposed to use it for both, but I would need one for my foundation, one for my concealer. You only get like 0.5 ounces of product in here, so not a lot for how expensive it is. I would say it did wear well, but it just, again, wasn't a favorite. I'm going to prefer my NARS over this, the IT Cosmetics over this. It was just okay, nothing out of this world, and for the amount of product, I just don't think it's worth it in my opinion. I did want to quickly mention the KVD Good Apple Skin Balm. I don't think this will be back in stock for the sale, but just in case it is, I wanted to give my updated thoughts on this. So this has been going so viral. It was crazy that I was one of the first people to get a video up on this before it actually went viral. But this foundation has an insane amount of coverage, which I really liked. It looked so beautiful on the skin, but I will say this has been very hit or miss for people, so just be very wary if you are going to pick this up. Definitely read reviews and see like other reviews from your skin type. I would say if you are combination oily with not a ton of fine lines or texture, this will work out good for you, but a lot of people with those fine lines and texture and maybe super dry skin have really not been loving this, even though it is technically meant for dry skin. But one of the big drawbacks for me with this one is the transfer. It just doesn't hold up as well on the skin. I can wear this 6 hours max and my skin looks flawless with it, so that's why I like to wear it. But it's just not an everyday foundation for me. Like if I'm gonna be out and about for a while, I could not wear this. This is mostly something I'm gonna wear for filming, if I want my skin to just look perfect, if I have a lot to cover up. But this, I don't think it's like worth the super hype that it's getting. I think it's nice and I'm going to keep it in my collection, but again, you definitely want to see some reviews on this before buying. But if you have a similar skin type to me, I think you will like it, but just keep in mind it doesn't last all day. All right, let's talk about some concealers. I have 4 here to show you. I'll start off with my ones I didn't really care for. So this is from Charlotte Tilbury. I actually got this one on a discount. I got it on Nordstrom Rack. It's the Magic Away Liquid Concealer. I've been trying to make this work, but I just absolutely hate this, especially the packaging. Not good, and I feel like I'm almost out of this already. Like it does not come with much product at all. Let's see, 0.13 ounces. This one comes with 0.30, so it's a big difference. I'm almost out of this already, and I feel like I've barely used it, but you can see where the line is already. It's already way up here, but I've been trying this out and I absolutely hate the packaging. The sponge, it's just so messy and dirty, and I feel like this is such a dry concealer formula. It just is not flattering at all. It gets into all my fine lines. So this was a definite no if you are thinking about it. Just no, don't do it. Charlotte Tilbury does have some good products that are staples in my collection. I will mention a couple here, but there is a couple things that just really are not worth it. And then also the Rare Beauty one. Unfortunately, this one does not work for me as well. This is just too light coverage for me. If you guys do want something lighter, you just want to brighten up a little bit under the eyes, but you don't have a lot of darkness and you don't have a lot to just cover up, then you may like this. But for me, I do have a little bit of darkness and I do need some more coverage. So this is just not for me in that aspect. And I kind of wish I got a shade darker too. I feel like this is maybe too light. So unfortunately, this is just not enough coverage for me. But the ones that I really love and I would recommend is the Pat McGrath Sublime Concealer. This is one of the best concealers out there. It has the perfect amount of coverage, the perfect consistency. It's not too dry, it's not too glowy under there. It doesn't budge once you put it on, which is so hard to find these days with concealers. I feel like all of them just never last on me, but this is one of the only ones that actually lasts all day. So 100% worth it. I have the shade L5 if you are wondering. It's a little bit dark. I'm actually wearing this one now. Kind of wish I went one shade up, but It is so nice. And another one I've been loving, mostly for blemishes though, for covering up. This has great coverage. It's the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin 24 Hour. This is a high coverage concealer, so I didn't love it under the eyes. It's not bad at all, but mostly using it for blemishes. I have a gnarly one down here, which you can't really see. It has a little bit of a bump, but any of that redness is completely gone with this. So this has been my go-to concealer for any spots, any discoloration. You should definitely try it. I bought this in like my skin tone shade. Since I don't use this under the eyes, I have 2.3. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention these in my concealer portion, so let me run through these real quick. These were both fails. The Tarte Hydro Sealer, this one creases too much for me. It's almost too hydrating. I much prefer from Tarte their new Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. That one's really good, but this one, I feel like maybe dry skin would like this. But if you guys have any fine lines or if your skin is oily, it probably won't work for you. And then this was just the ultimate fail in itself, the Laura Mercier. I don't think anyone would like this. It's the Secret Camouflage Brighten and Correct Duo. The correct side is super cakey. I tried it on some of my blemishes and it was just not good. It looked so dry and yucky looking on my skin. And then the brighten side is just way too light. I don't really like this cream formula because again, it sinks into fine lines. I feel like it moves around. It doesn't stay put. So don't even think about this one. The next category is powders. I only have one good one and one fail. Again, the fail is Charlotte Tilbury. I got this off of the Nordstrom's rack sale again. It was like probably 30 or 40% off, but I did not like this at all. It has the worst smell to it. It smells old. Like, it smells like it's gone bad. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know if you have the magic powder, if it has a weird scent to it. Because I'm like, did I buy a bad one? But I just didn't really think this one is worth the price, especially when I'm in love with this one size powder. And this one's so expensive. So this is the magic powder under eye and face. It's supposed to be a light diffusing loose powder. But yeah, I just don't really think it did a whole lot for me. I like to have a powder that's like nice and smoothing but also mattifying, since I like to kind of keep my foundation from getting oily throughout the day with my skin. I would say if anything, it's not bad for setting under the eyes. I do think it's nice, but I don't really think it does anything, to be honest. And the scent is a no-go, but this I tried this year and I've been obsessed. It's everything. I love it. It's the One Size Beauty translucent powder. I absolutely love the packaging on this too. I think it's so cute. I just have the translucent. This works amazing if you guys have oily skin. It is so mattifying, but it does blur everything as well. It just makes you look so smooth. It gives the perfect canvas. It hides texture. It's everything. I don't know if you have dry skin if you would like this, but oily skin, yes, this will keep you matte. But some people do complain about it does have like a clumpy texture. It's not as finely milled as some powders are, but it does clump up a little bit. Mine doesn't do it too bad, but it doesn't really bother me. It smooths out as I put it on the face. I don't really use this one under the eyes very much just because I don't want it to be too dry under there, but all over the face, this is excellent. And I'm so excited he is coming out with a new powder foundation. I do have that one on the way to me, and it should be available during the Sephora event, but you guys need this powder. You guys will absolutely love it, especially my oily skin gals and guys. Next, we have bronzers. I have a lot to talk about, so we're just going to be quick about this. So, the ones that I don't really like, these were both fails for me from NARS. Unfortunately, I don't know. They used to be like the bronzing queens with the Laguna bronzer, but they just, I don't know, they haven't been hitting it lately. For me, anyways, I know some people do like their stuff. I bought the powder bronzer in Paradise Found, I think last VIB sale. It has such a strong smell again. And it's not a favorite. It's a weird like floral scent, but this color is weird. It has almost like a yellow undertone to it, and I don't think it looks good on my skin tone. So I think that's the main issue, but it also doesn't blend very well on my skin. Something about the NARS bronzers, they are so patchy on me, so I don't like this. But then I went ahead and bought the cream version, which is supposed to basically be the same. It has the same strong scent, and I did not like this at all either. It was not good. I will say it is a really nice like creamy formula, but the color is so not good on me. I think maybe medium skin tones this would work better for, but it is in Laguna, and this got patchy on me again. There is so much better cream bronzers on the market, which I'm going to be sharing with you guys in a second here, but just no, don't buy those. And then I hate to mention this because I feel like there is some Fenty products that work for me, but a lot doesn't work as well for me for some reason. I don't know, but I have their Fenty cream bronzer, and this one was nice when I tried it out. It was okay, but again, I have some other favorites in my collection that have just surpassed this by like 10 times. So unfortunately, the Fenty cream, I'm gonna say don't buy it because there is better out there. It's not a bad formula, but it's just not the best in my opinion. My favorite right now is actually the Tarte. This is the Sea Breezy Creamy Bronzer. This formula is so good. I love the color. It has a little bit of coolness to it, and it's also not too light, so it doesn't blend away. Like, I feel like sometimes the Fenty one, it almost blends to nothing. I have the shade Butter Biscuit in this one. I have the shade Seychelles in the Tarte, but this one stays. Like, it really looks sculpted when I put this on, and it just blends out so easily. It looks beautiful on the skin. It's my favorite cream bronzer. But I just got a new one that might take over the first spot, and this just came today, and I literally just tried it out for the first time, but I am blown away, so I had to mention it today. The new Patrick Ta. This is the Cream Contour and Powder Bronzing Duo. Oh my goodness, I am shook by this product. So I knew I was gonna like this because I absolutely love the cream blushes. We will get to that in the next category, but the Patrick Ta cream formula, it beats everything. It is so good. It's just so blendable. You can use it on top of powder, which is essential for me, and it doesn't get patchy, anything like that. It doesn't blend away. It stays put. And these new cream and powder bronzers are so good. I have the lightest shade, and the cream in here is the perfect contour color for fair and light skin tones. So it's not too gray looking. Like sometimes those sculpting shades can look almost like gray, like dead looking. I don't know, sometimes it's just not flattering at all, and this is perfect. I feel like I'm not even doing swatches right now. Why am I not swatching things? But it is beautiful. It's light enough you could wear this on its own, but if you want to amp it up, then add the powder on top, and this will add a little bit of warmth into the skin. Here they are separate. So you can see that the cream is a little bit more cool, and then this one's a little bit more warm, but together, I actually have it on together today, and I love it together. It gets a little bit darker, and yeah, the shade is just perfect for fair and light skin tones. It's so hard to find a good cream bronzer and powder bronzer even that just isn't too dark. This comes in a light, medium, and a deep tone, but this is good. Like, you guys, this is gonna take the top spot for cream bronzer. I think I really loved it. I love that I can use both of these together or separate, so it's kind of like a 2-in-1, but these are the best, and I've tried out a lot of different formulas. And then my favorite powder bronzers, these are the same as last time, but I love my luxury bronzers. I don't know what it is, but they just do it for me. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. This thing is huge, but I absolutely love it. I'll swatch this one for you guys too. It's so beautiful. I have the shade number 2 actually, which is medium, and it's perfect. I absolutely love the formula. It's super soft, it blends easily onto the skin, and it's the perfect tone for my skin tone. So absolutely love. You get so much product with that one. And then I also love the Gucci bronzer. I know this is hit or miss with some, but I love it, especially this is like my self-tan bronzer because it's a little bit dark right now, but for photo shoots and when I have a little bit of a tan, this is perfect. So I have the shade 3. I kind of want to get shade 1 just for like my everyday shade. The 3 shade is actually the second lightest. Number 2 is actually darker than this, I've heard, so I just went for number 3. This one has a beautiful warmth to it, and I really like the color. There it is. It's so beautiful. Again, it blends out really nice. I use this almost every time I have a photo shoot. It's like my confident bronzer that I always wear when I want to feel good, and it looks beautiful. Like the packaging, this always reminds me of like the 50s or like Breakfast at Tiffany's. That's what that reminds me of, and I definitely think I'm going to buy the powder. You guys convinced me that I need it, so I think I'm going to pick up the powder, which definitely go check out my wish list video if you haven't yet. There's some good stuff on there. So we're gonna move on into the blushes. So I've pretty much tried almost every cream blush formula under the sun. It's been my favorite lately, and I have some really good ones to share with you. So first place, let's just start with my favorite. you guys already know it's Patrick Ta, the She's So LA. I just love this color. It makes you look so bronzed and just like your cheeks are literally snatched. I love it. It's so different than anything I have in my collection. It almost looks like a bronzer. But with this formula, you go in with the powder side first, and then you go on top of it with the cream to add back in the glow. You can totally do it opposite as well. You don't have to do that. But this formula is so nice, and I love this color. Don't be scared of how dark this is because it looks beautiful on the cheeks. It's my favorite shade of all time. #1 blush in my collection, and the cream formula is excellent on these because you can use it over powder and it doesn't get patchy or skip at all. And plus you can do the matte blush, or you could go for the extra glow with the cream. So that's my #1. Another one that I've really been liking is in Natasha Denona Love Cheek Duo. So this one comes with the cream blush and also a highlight in here, but I love this cream blush. It's a really nice formula. Beautiful bright pink, perfect for spring, so it's gonna give you like that Barbie doll bright pink cheek look. And I do like the highlight as well. I think it's really nice. It's very subtle though, so I haven't been liking the glowy highlights as much lately, so that's kind of what it looks like together. And I've really been liking these as a duo. I think the collection is just so cute in general. The packaging, everything about it. I really love it. Now, these two I think are just okay for cream blush. I don't think they're a must-have. The Fenty, again, it's nice, but it's not my favorite. The Cool Berry is what I have. It's a cute color, but I like the formula of the Patrick Ta better, and another one I'm going to show you here in a bit, but I feel like these are pretty subtle. They do blend out quite a bit. And then also the Rare Beauty ones, these are really natural. So if you guys like no makeup, then you would like these. They're not my favorite because I like a lot of blush. Like I want it pigmented. And these are just a little on the light side, but it does have a nice formula if you want just a dewy, glowy look. I have Nearly Apricot. And it's cute, but yeah, I like a lot more pigment. And then another cream blush that I love the formula of is the Tower 28 blushes. So they actually released more shades, so I kind of want to pick up one of the new shades as well, but my favorite I have is Magic Hour in their Beach Please cream blush. I have this on now. This one is a little bit more on the natural side, but you can definitely build it up, and it does have a really nice dewy glow to it. But these again are easy to blend on the skin, which is #1 priority in my book, and they work over powder really well. But yeah, Magic Hour is such a beautiful one. Here it is. It kind of has that glossy look to it, but it is stunning. One quick last little mention here is these Too Faced Peach Bloom. These are lip and cheek tints. I've tried them on the cheeks and they are okay, but literally almost all of these shades look exactly the same on the cheeks. They weren't my favorite, and they look very glossy and wet on the skin, so it wasn't my type. So maybe if you have dry skin or if you kind of want that wet look, then you would like these, but they just weren't for me. They look okay on a no makeup day, but just not something I'm going to reach for in my everyday preferences. As you can see, it barely shows up, but that's the Peach Bloom. Next, I wanted to mention some highlighters. I really haven't been trying a lot of new ones lately, but I do want to talk about the Patrick Ta. This is the face gloss. I was so excited to try this because I saw him use it in one of his master classes and it looked beautiful, but face gloss is just not for me. It's too sticky. It literally feels like lip gloss on the skin. Your hair sticks to it and it breaks your makeup up, so you can't even really use it as an eye topper either. So I just did not like this, and it comes with so much product. It's very messy. Literally it looks like lip gloss in a jar. But I can't get along with this formula. I'm curious if you guys have tried it and what you think. I will swatch it for you, but yeah, it just makes your skin look like it's wet basically, but I'm not a fan of the face gloss. Something I have been enjoying though is actually the Rare Beauty highlight. This one is probably my favorite thing that they've come out with, besides their lip products I really like as well, and their foundation, but this is their Enlighten Liquid Luminizer. I do have this on now. It's a nice natural highlight. I haven't been into the super glowing highlights as of lately. I like a little bit more natural, and this one just blends right into the skin. It's a perfect color. I highly recommend the Enlightened shade. It is stunning. You get quite a bit of product in here, and it's really easy to use. I do like the liquid highlighters a lot because they don't really enhance texture as bad as powder, and they just look like you're glowing from within. So this one blends out very nice. As you guys can see, it is on the more subtle side, but it is really beautiful on the skin. I really have been enjoying this one a lot. And then this one I feel like is going out of stock a lot, but I do enjoy the Charlotte Tilbury one as well. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Spotlight Beauty Light Wand. Yeah, these keep selling out. I think I wanted to get the Pinkgasm shade and the Peachgasm, but those have been gone for so long. But I do enjoy the Spotlight as a highlight. It does have the little poof applicator, but for some reason it's not as messy as the concealer. But this one is a really pretty just champagne highlighter. Again, very natural on the skin. It blends really well. I also do enjoy the contour wand from them as well. I know that one went pretty viral too. That one's really easy to use. It's very natural for the contour, but these are really good from Charlotte Tilbury. For mascara, I just have a few to mention. My Fail mascara, which if you guys watched my Get Ready With Me, you guys already know, but I really do not like the new Benefit They're Real Magnet. I would absolutely not buy this. It transfers like crazy. It does look really pretty, like maybe if you used it just on the top lashes, but this smears all over my lower lash line, and I cannot stand that. And it is unfortunate because I do feel like it has a nice wand and it makes the lashes look pretty, but the They're Real original is much better. The ones I really do like and would recommend though, the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. This is such a good mascara, and it actually has two different wands in it. So it has your thickening side, so I usually go in with this one first to thicken the lashes up, and then on the other side is the little lengthening side, so it has a nice precise wand. You can really get in there and coat each and every lash, so it has the best of both worlds, which is, it makes it pretty much my #1 favorite mascara. I would definitely recommend this one, as well as the Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara. This one is excellent as well. I'll show you guys the wand on it, but it's a really nice thickening mascara. It doesn't clump up. It makes the lashes look beautiful. I think I talked about this one in my last video too, but it is really good. Okay, for lips, this is usually one of my biggest categories, but you know, most people haven't been wearing lip products a lot, so there's not a whole lot I want to mention, but I did pick a fail lip product, and it's the Too Faced, again, the Peach Bloom collection. It's these balms. Again, all of these look literally the same on your lips. It's supposed to like change with your pH, but all of these turn bright pink on me. Like, this is supposed to be called Lilac Nude. It does not look nude. And then I got the Pink Whisper, but these are they're just bright pink when they are on my lips, and I don't think it's flattering. The packaging and everything is so cute though. It has little hearts on it, but yeah, this collection was just kind of a fail for me. They are starting to turn here. You can see it's very light, but literally it turns hot pink. I have a whole video trying these out, and yeah, unfortunately they just did not work very well at all. And I would say my top favorite is definitely these Kaja glosses. I've just been wearing these so much. I have one on right now. Let's see, I am wearing Honey Drizzle. This is probably my most worn one. I just have this on with my Pat McGrath Contour Lip Liner, one of my favorite combinations. But these glosses make your lips look so good. They feel like hardly anything is there. They look so plump though, and they have the perfect amount of color. So I highly recommend Honey Drizzle. I think these are only $16 too. They're so affordable and one of the best lip glosses I have ever used. They remind me a little bit too of the Tower 28 ones, but I think these are a little bit better. The Gloss Shot, obsessed. I wear all the shades. They have a really nice little applicator. It has a little dip in there to fit your lips, but they're just so good. You guys have to try them. I'm obsessed, and they smell good too. And then real quick, I want to go over eyeshadow palettes. I feel like I've been talking about palettes for a while, so you guys probably already know. My #1 recommendation, if this is in stock, has to be the Natasha Denona Glam palette. This is just probably my favorite palette in my collection right now. I love the cool tones, and it's very neutral. You guys know I love my neutrals for every day, and this is what I reach for the most, but I just feel so good whenever I wear this. I love these tones on me, and I think you guys would really like it too if you haven't got your hands on it. The formula is so amazing. They just blend beautifully. The metallics are so bright and shiny. It's just one of the best palettes on the market and a must-have in my opinion. So this one goes in and out of stock a lot because it is very popular, but if it is available, I would snatch it up. It's my fave. I've also been loving, can you guys guess, the Tartelette Juicy palette. This one shocked me. It just, oh, it's so beautiful. It's a really nice neutral palette, a little bit more pinky toned, so I can do some warm tone looks here, some cool tone looks here, and mix it up. But this is just a really nice everyday palette. It's very natural looking, easy to use, so perfect for a beginner or even if you guys are a pro. It has some super metallic shades, it has some light shimmers. It's just perfect for every day. And I've also been loving my Naked Wild West. I actually have this one on now. I actually just bought a brand new one. The one I have completely broke 2 of the shades in it, which really bothers me, so I had to buy a new one. But I absolutely love the color scheme of this one. I love that I can do cool tone looks with it. I can do warm tone looks, the bronze look. I could use the silver, the blues. I did 3 looks with this one on my channel, and I just think it's so versatile, and the shades are really nice in here. They blend out beautifully. It's such a good quality palette for Urban Decay. Definitely underrated in my opinion. I would definitely recommend that one if you're looking for a good neutral palette. This color scheme is very summery in my opinion, so I feel like I'm going to use this a lot in the summertime. I'm actually going to the desert for a wedding in May, and I think this is going to be absolutely perfect for that because it totally gives me like desert vibes. And then another palette that I'm just obsessed with is my Huda Beauty Naughty palette. I think this is beautiful, very warm tones, but I just love how like sultry this is. I can do some really pretty looks with it. I love the dark purples in here. The metallics are so unique and stunning. I did do a video on this one as well, but I've been really liking it a lot. It's my favorite Huda palette that she's done. The quality on this one is amazing as well. And then let's get into the palettes I would not recommend. So I went ahead and put the Too Faced Teddy Bear. This is newer. If you're thinking about it, it's just an okay palette to me. I would definitely go for the Tarte Juicy over this. You get so much more. This is actually a pretty small palette, but I did a whole review on this as well if you want to see it, but it's just not a top favorite. I don't really think it's really worth it. Like I said, go for the Tarte Juicy or the Huda Naughty. They have essentially the same colors and better payoff. You get more for your money that way. I do love Huda's big palettes, but I do not like her small ones. So I was thinking about getting the mini brown obsessions that are coming out, but I'm thinking I might just skip them because I just don't think she does a good job with her mini palettes, especially the Haze collection. Disappointed me so bad. The colors were so patchy, so light. The formula is not the same as the big palettes for some reason. She does really cute color stories with these, but they just do not perform well in my opinion. So the minis, I would say skip. Just go ahead and spend the extra and get the big. And then lastly, I have to say I have been regretting this palette. I don't think it's bad quality at all. It's amazing Natasha Denona quality, but I have only used this like maybe 3 times since I bought it, and this is one of the more expensive ones from her line. It's the $120 range, but I just don't use this color scheme. So I feel like with the Natasha Denona palettes, unless you do wear color every day, I would probably just skip it and go for the neutral ones. I love the gold palette from her for her more expensive ones, but like I said, the Glam and also the bronze are my go-tos, and this one I'm just not getting as much use out of it for the money. That's also why I skipped on the Circo Loco palette that just came out, because I know I'm not going to use it as much and it would just be a waste for me. But although the quality is gorgeous, I'm really not getting my money's worth, so I would say skip the colorful, expensive ones and just go for the neutral ones that you'll probably use every day. And then real quick, I have some honorable mentions. I didn't include any fail products in this category, but these are just my extra skincare and hair care things. So first up, I have to talk about this new Briogeo product. This is the Scalp Revival Charcoal and Tea Tree Cooling Hydration Scalp Mask. They recently sent this over a couple months ago and I absolutely love it. My scalp has been extremely dry. Like, I get on day 3 and 4 hair and I just cannot stop itching, and my hairstylist has noticed it too, that my scalp is so dry. So I started using this, and what I do is it's literally a mask mask for your scalp. So I'll put this on the scalp as my hair treatment, and then I'll just put a regular hair mask on my ends, like a more moisturizing one. I can't believe how well this works. Like, it cools the scalp, all the itchiness is gone, and it just feels like it's healthy again. So this is really amazing. If you guys do have dry scalp, I would highly suggest checking this out. It's truly a game changer. And then skincare, I have to mention my top 2 faves right now. Paula's Choice is now on Sephora, I just noticed. So I have to tell you guys about my favorite serum. Well, not serum, it's an exfoliant. It's the BHA liquid exfoliant. This is my holy grail skincare product that seriously saves my life all the time. If you guys have acne prone skin, this is essential. I use this almost every night. It can be a little bit much sometimes, but it truly saves my skin from breaking out. I feel like it makes such a difference. Even overnight, my skin looks totally renewed in the morning. It exfoliates for you. It's a chemical exfoliant, so you don't really have to use anything else with it. It's not harsh at all. It's such a necessity if you guys have acne prone skin. I will say I have tried the pharmacy BHA, and that one is definitely not as good. So that will be my failed product. Instead of the pharmacy, go for the Paula's Choice. This stuff is amazing. But I will mention this new pharmacy product that has been really nice for the skin. This is pretty new, but I've been trying it out and I really enjoy it, so I had to mention it here. It's the Feeling Good Hyaluronic Acid Plumping Serum. You guys know I was thinking about buying the Tatcha Plumping Serum, but since I got this is working really well for me. I just mix it in with my moisturizer at night. Hyaluronic acid has been pretty trendy in skincare products, but I really like the honey products that pharmacy comes out with. I feel like that's always great for my skin. Honey's actually good for acne because it's like antibacterial. This does have a weird smell to it though, I will say. I don't love the smell of it. It does have a little bit of a floral honey scent to it, but it works really good on the skin. It has a really nice consistency, and I feel like it actually is like plumping the skin. So I love this mixed in with my moisturizer. If you guys have been thinking about it, I would say go for it. It's really nice. And then lastly, I do want to mention a perfume. So I'm actually going to go with this one as my fragrance recommendation. This is from Sol de Janeiro, and it is their Brazilian Crush Cheirosa version. So they have like their original, but this is the Cheirosa, and it is a little bit different. It's similar to the original, but it's more deeper. I feel like it's like more caramely. I've gotten so many of my friends to buy this because I would take this with me everywhere, and people smell it. They could smell it like in the entire hallway. It's strong and powerful, and it's only like 20 bucks or something for this mist. I would highly recommend it, especially if you guys like sweet food scents. You will love it. Like pecan, caramel, brown sugar is kind of what I'm getting from this, but it's amazing. I would recommend this over any $75 perfume or $100 perfume any day. Alright, I feel like I've been talking forever. I know this video is so long, but I really wanted to give you a really helpful recommendations and maybe some products that aren't really that worth it to me, and kind of like my overall thoughts and final reviews of these products I've been trying since I've been trying so much. So I really hope this was helpful, and if you do shop the event this weekend, definitely come back to this video and you can shop through my links that way. I'll have all these products linked down below, and don't forget to sign up for TOPCASHBACK to be shopping with them as well. But I will go ahead and let you guys go. Let me know what your recommendations are for me if you have any products that you've just been obsessed with lately, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.